Greetings, everybody. This is Winnie Wriggle, and welcome back to our Direwolf20's 1.16 Minecraft Modpack Let's Play. We're in episode 10, and you might be asking yourself, Winnie, why are you so high up in the air on a strange platform? Spoiler alert, I've been a little busy. This is what happens when you leave me home alone on a weekend with a bunch of modded building blocks. Today, I want to improve our immersive engineering items, and I also wanted to play around with some of the immersive engineering power sources, and I thought, oh yeah, I could just slap a windmill somewhere, or I could build an actual windmill. Ta-da! So we have a windmill, and we're going to put immersive engineering windmills, 4 of them, on the top of that tower. And then we're going to build the roof together, because I thought some of you might not have ever built a roof that's a square, and it would be an interesting thing to walk through. Let's take a look at our project box. Here we've got all of the stuff to complete our windmills. I went ahead and made the sails and the actual windmill blades. To make the sails, you need tough fabric. Tough fabric is industrial hemp, and I've been growing that in the botany pots, so we had plenty of it. The windmill blade itself is made from treated wood planks. We get treated wood when we put creosote oil with wood, and of course we're producing creosote oil because now we have a coke oven. That's the second thing I want to do today, is go improve one of our machines, and that is our blast furnace. Right now we're using a regular crude blast furnace, but I think it's time to upgrade to the next level. Okay, in order to set up windmills, they each need a kinetic dynamo to connect to in order to generate the power from the wind. And then we need things like wire connectors, and then relays, and then the wire itself. So immersive engineering is a very physical mod. It's beautiful, but it does work. So we get to see all the wires as they're strung across the base. Before we set up our windmills, let's run down to our blast furnace and upgrade it. And in case you didn't know, I have vines all over the base. It's basically a vine farm is the purpose, but I have found it very useful for traveling as well. Okay, so here is our coke oven. Oh, we have more coal coke all ready to go. So we can stick that over here to finish making the rest of this steel. We get slag and steel ingots as an output from our blast furnace. In fact, let's pause that because we want to upgrade this. Let's do that. So we take our blast brick from our original blast furnace, and instead we're going to upgrade it to reinforced blast brick. So we'll need steel plates, which we can make with an engineer's hammer, and steel ingots. So if we only need 27 of those. We need 1 steel plate for every block. And then if we put those steel plates with our blast brick, we get reinforced blast brick. And then we do the same thing we've done before. We make the 3x3 square. With one small difference. On the top, in the very center, we want to put a hopper. Now when we right-click the improved multi-block, we get an improved blast furnace. Isn't it cute? It's so much better looking. Also, faster, which we love. You can also make blast furnace preheaters. You make 2 of them and put them on the sides. We're a little low on copper right now, so because this doesn't actually require the preheaters to work, we're going to go ahead and continue. So if we take a look with JEI, trust me when I tell you that progress bar is much faster. So we'll leave that. Oh, the other thing I did here, in case you were wondering, I made a fluid pump from Immersive Engineering, along with some fluid pipe, and you can just apply a redstone signal to a fluid pump in order for it to pull liquids out of a machine. In this case, we're pulling the creosote out. So the cyclic tank holds 64 buckets, so it looks like it's about halfway full. So we're getting a good amount of creosote, which is how I could make all of that treated wood. Let's go ahead and craft up our actual windmills. They are 8 windmill blades around a piece of iron. we have all the blades made. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 windmills. Let's go put these up. Let's take a nap and then go put these up on our windmill tower. Yay. It's another glorious morning in Minecraft. I love this game. Okay, so let's run up to the top and set up our windmills. Okay, the windmills themselves go down here on this level. And what we're going to do, I think the kinetic dynamos. Yeah, so see this black circle? That's where the windmill needs to go. So we will go out on each of the 4 corners and set down our kinetic dynamos. And then I'll set up one windmill with its complete wiring and then might do the rest off camera. We'll see how we go. So, windmill. Ta-da! Now, I've also made windmill sails. Oh, look, and it's going. Isn't that cool? The sails just make it produce electricity faster. So you can see as I add them, I'm just right-clicking with the sails. And I think each windmill takes 8 of them. Look at that's great. That should be generating... Well, we can test it. We'll set down an LV capacitor. We need a connector. Also, be careful. These are live wires. Putting connectors on each of the blocks that can manage electricity. If we needed to go a long distance, we could put down a relay and just relay the wire far enough to get from one to the other. So I'm right-clicking the kinetic dynamo and then right-clicking the LV capacitor, and you can see that it's slowly filling up with RF. And I don't know how to tell how much. It looks like we're producing 35 RF per tick, which is not too shabby for wind power. Okay, I'm going to disconnect these and set up our other windmills. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bonk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bonk. I love this mod. Here we go. 4 windmills happily spinning away. Okay, now let's talk about how we're going to connect them. I'm actually going to... okay, let's stick a connector on the back of everybody. I do have my magnet on, so we shouldn't lose anything over the side. And... so it's important to know that the wires, when you string them up, cannot go through other blocks. So they need to be unimpeded. So this will make your placement a little, you'll have to get a little creative with how things are set up. So I'm just right-clicking with my LV wire coils. Each time, each length of wire costs a coil. And they can travel, I think, about 16 blocks. So I'm going to go down to the next platform. Make sure the blocks underneath are cleared away. We don't need these platforms anymore anyway. Let's go all the way down here, possibly. So we've got a clear line of sight. We need another relay. We're going to stick our relays here, and let me test to be sure that that wire can go that distance. So if we go up to our relay, right click, and then go down to this one, right click. Yeah, it reaches just fine. Okay, then we go down to the next level. And this is where I think we'll go ahead and set up our LV capacitors. These are things that can hold the power. And we'll put them down here with line of sight so that we can start storing power from our immersive engineering. And this time we're going to use the LV wire connectors, not the relay. You have to use a connector when you're talking about interacting with something that actually uses, consumes, or stores the power. And let's see if I can get up here without electrocuting myself. Ha ha ha. All right, once again, right click. And then we go down. Oh, yeah, see, that's very... And then right click. And we should see, yes, we're starting to store RF. Nice. Okay, let me hook up the rest of this and we'll be right back. And I'll show you what we're actually going to use this power for. All of our windmills are hooked up to a power relay system. Now let's take a look at what's underneath. This leads us straight down into where we had our latex processing area, which I have also changed slightly. Thank you to my good friend Ken Barbie, who reminded me that the industrial foregoing blocks have configurable sides now, and you can actually push and pull content. So we are pushing fluid latex into our latex processing unit. But I took away the generator because I thought, wouldn't it be fun to use Immersive Engineering power to run these guys? So we're actually going to do a compromised version of this. I'm going to relay those 4 LV capacitors to a thermal series energy cell. And then from that cell, we'll run wiring and cabling in order to power anything else we might put in this room. Now let's run back to the top of our windmill one more time, and I can show you how to build a square roof, except I need my building materials. While I go gather up my supplies for building, this would be a great time for you to take a look at some of the adventures I had gathering faraway resources between episodes. And we're back, headed to the top of the tower. I hope you enjoyed that little entertaining montage of activities. We went to the swamp to get slime, the mountains to get snow, the desert to get sand and cactus, and then the warm ocean to gather some items from the coral reef. Okay, here we go with square roof building. The easiest way to think about this for me is to treat each side as if it's a separate roof. Pretend you're just building a plain rectangular roof back behind you and focus on each side as if it's a new roof. So here's what I mean. We're going to start with some upside down stairs, and I build my roofs 1 block out from the edge. So again, I'm completely ignoring everything else. I'm just focusing on these 2 logs as being the edge of our building. And I'm going to go up 1, and then maybe do an upside down stair. I want these to be a little bit thick. So we're going to put 1 block up, maybe 2 blocks up, and then another stair, and then an upside down stair, and then maybe another block up, a stair. And here we are now in the middle of our roof. So we're going to make our upside down stair face this direction. I'm just going to do a series of upside down stairs and throw a torch on the end. Eventually I'll replace these with lanterns. So that's 1/2 of our roof. We've got a nice kind of medieval shape going on there. Now I'm going to do this side exactly the same. So we did an upside down stair, 2 whole blocks, a stair, an upside down stair, a block, and a stair. And then they meet magically. Hopefully, if you've done it right, they meet. Okay, we're going to do this exact thing on all 4 sides. So now I'm using this as my roof edge. I'm still building 1 out from it. So I do a right side up stair, an upside down one, a solid block, 2 solid blocks, a stair, an upside down stair, a block, a stair. And now I'm at the middle of the build. So we make an upside down stair with a couple on top of it, and then throw a torch down. And hopefully you're at the same level as the one next to it. So let's do that one more time from this side. Upside down stair, right side up stair, upside down stair, 2 blocks, 1 stair, 1 upside down stair, another block, and another stair. And we've brought them together again. You can always double check to be sure they match. That's important. I'm going to do the other 2 sides, and then we'll come back for the next step. Okay, hopefully you have 4 identical sides. Now we're just going to join them at the corners. So we're going to mimic the pattern. So I had a right side upstairs, so we're just going to do that. Then we had solid blocks, so we're going to make a row of solid blocks. Then we had stairs, so we're just going to make a row of stairs. And then we had more solid blocks. We're just going to bring them until they meet. And then we had stairs. So whatever's on the side of the roof dictates your pattern. And then for the middle, I'm just going to use half slab so we don't get anything that spawns. And that's it. That is 1/4 of your square roof. So we're just going to do the same thing again. If there's a stair here, we'll put a stair. If it's a solid block, we put a solid block and come all the way out until we have a corner. So another solid block, another row of stairs, another solid block. Again, I'm just using what's already there as my pattern. And eventually we join up with our original roof and can bring the slabs across to meet it. And you just continue that around on all sides. And when you're done, everything should match up. And then we're going to stick another half slab right in the center so I can put another torch on it. And that is a square roof with a kind of a medieval bent to it. Let's go step away and take a look at the finished product, if we can get down. Can we make it to the water? I don't think so. But, you know, YOLO. Here we go. Ah! Oh, well, almost. Thank goodness we had Feather Falling 3. So I've come over to our bridge to get a good view of the windmill. Oh, it looks really nice. I will, of course, break all the scaffolding out of it. Let's hide that so I can do a screenshot. Oh, that looks really good. And the roof goes well. I think we did a great job on scale. Yeah, that just really adds to the base, right? We have visiting invaders who come across from the river. They can be intimidated by our power production windmill or something. It's really cool. Between the windmill power and our adventures off to gather resources, I think that's all we have time for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, please leave a like. If you'd like to keep up with what's going on the channel, don't hesitate to subscribe. And remember, as always, you are the shiny stuff that awesome is made of. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.